Hey, this is Scott JARVIE, and I am doing a little review of Lower Antelope Canyon. Now, this is just to get the conversation started. There's a lot of people that come here and know a lot about these two canyons, Upper and Lower. And there's a lot of blog posts, there's a lot of write-ups about this location, and a lot of pictures. So I would suggest that you should definitely go and look through some of those pictures and get some ideas. Just a couple of thoughts. It's about $20 plus the $6 Navajo permit fee, and that permit fee will work to go to Upper and Lower, so you don't have to pay $6 at each. But you will have to pay like $20, and then Upper is more because they drive you there, so it can be range from $20 to $40, depending if you're going to get those cool light beams coming through. And that could be pretty expensive to go at that peak hour. And they limit it to how many people there are. I believe this canyon is a little bit longer. There is a really cool thing with the photographers. You can pay the same amount, and if you have a SLR, digital or not, and a tripods. So if you have an SLR and a tripod, you can have a 2-hour pass. And so I got mine at like $12.40, and there's like just go to 3 because that's what the pass says down here. And you can walk around at your own leisure, and instead of just 1 hour with a guided tour. Though the guides are pretty nice and friendly, and they'll take pictures for you if you're in just a small group. You're not as interested in taking pictures. You do need to have a permit to sell the pictures. So you can take these, but you're not really supposed to sell them unless you have paid for a permit. So maybe you want to come and take them and see if they're going to work out. You definitely want, this is just a paradise for people looking for these shapes and colors and lights. The Lower Antelope, and I heard a guide tell this to some other people, and I realize it's definitely true, is that you want to be here a little bit earlier or later, as opposed to Upper, where you want to be there when the light is shining straight down to get the shafts of light. It's skinnier, I guess, than the other one. And this one, you don't really want those lights because there's not really going to be any shafts. They're just going to be really bright spots. And the phone that I'm using can't even pick those up very well. So really bright spots. And it was much worse, even just half an hour, when I came down into the canyon here. This is considered a slot canyon. It is definitely got some steep ladders to go down on, though they're very doable. It doesn't take any canyoneering experience, but you want to be a little bit fit, and you really probably can actually be overweight to fit through some of these narrow slots. You can still do it. I had a pretty big backpack on, and I was just fine. And going into the canyon, I was a little bit worried because that's maybe one of the skinniest parts, but I was fine. I held it instead of on my back. I definitely recommend bringing a shutter release because you're going to be pretty low shutter speeds. It's midday here. Well, it's probably now around 1:30, and I am shooting at anywhere from 1 second to up to 6 seconds, sometimes a little bit less. I am using a polarizer. It will cut down on some of the reflections, though there's not a lot. So we'll cut down on some of the reflections and maybe warm things up a little bit. And why not? I have used the 24 to 70 quite a lot and have zoomed in to get some small areas, like just this little area right here or here, especially when there's really unique lighting. And you can walk back and walk back and forth, and the lighting will change quite a bit. I've also used the 14 to 24, maybe a little bit less. And I've thought about bringing it out to 70 to 200, but nothing has really prompted me to do that too much yet. Not that I couldn't do with a 24 to 70 at the 70 range, and maybe with my camera can do a little crop on it. It's 36 megapixels, so it's all right to crop in a little bit. And that's an in-camera crop. And definitely look for the lines, look for shapes, and just moving around ever so slightly will give you different pictures. So this is a perfect place to come and play as a photographer. Well worth 2 hours and $26, or 2 hours for $26. I could be here for a lot longer, and it's not too busy. It's probably a really good place to come in the summer because I'm assuming it's not very hot. I've only ever come here like in February and March. This is March. It's long sleeve, maybe t-shirt. It's about 60 degrees outside, 60 to 70, and definitely a lot cooler in here and no wind. Let me take you through a little bit of the canyon here so you can get an idea of different views, and it just changes all over, and there's going to be some hot spots here. And look at this color. It's just awesome. So places like this can easily be captured with a 14 to 24 and hide back here. And if you're back in one of these corners, you can avoid most of the hot spots where the shafts of light are hitting and causing a few problems there. But I definitely want to come back to this little room a little bit later and see if these are gone, see if that big one is gone, so I can get a big wide angle here. So definitely 14 to 24 and 24 to 70. So a moment ago you may have seen that there was definitely different colors. That's definitely a different color than that. The camera doesn't pick it up. My phone actually is what I'm using, doesn't pick it up too much. It's definitely a cooler color down there and a much warmer color here. So that's going to make for some interesting pictures. Some wide angles and some zoomed in, like right in there. And portraits and verticals quite a bit. This is a great place to come take pictures and just look behind you wherever you go. Just look behind you. You may see something different. The guided tours, usually they take you through the canyon and out. If you're by yourself, just, you can wander back the other way too. Make sure if a group is coming and you can hear them from a long ways away because of the echo and the way that the sound carries in here. You can definitely hear them. Find a place where you can be off to the side, perhaps. Let them pass and they'll keep going. They won't really be in your way too much. Another thing you may want to try is definitely in these darker areas like this. You could come with a friend or a radio and just kind of put it on the ground, or have a friend hide behind there and do some really cool backlighting stuff. You'll have to find maybe a guide to bring you here at night to get some of those stars up above and do a lot more light painting. I'm going to be doing that at Upper Antelope Canyon later today, and I may do a video there as well. That will definitely be part of my vlog. So if you'd like to see a little bit more and get some more tips on this location from my perspective, then make sure to watch the vlog, and I'll put a link to it in the description. Now here's the part in my cheap and easy reviews. I call them cheap and easy because we're not doing a very in-depth video. Even though this is quite a few minutes long, I want you or whoever's been here to give some suggestions. There's definitely a lot of things that I have missed already in the 8 minutes. Give some suggestions or places or maybe even other slot canyons in the nearby area that you suggest, some photography tips of sorts. What else would you suggest doing? What lenses have you found to be the best? Have you tried out the light, and if you had any problems with the location itself and their permits and stuff like that? Have you actually paid for this ability to sell them commercially? I'd love to know that. Tell us about that process, and we'd be grateful. That's all my thoughts. I brought some water. I bought some nuts, but it's not even hot down here. Though in the summer you may want to bring the water and so forth. I got a good tripod, and definitely bring that. Anything else? If you have any other questions, leave them in the comments. And more so, leave your own comments, leave your own suggestions. I'm just starting the conversation. Enjoy. This is Antelope Canyon. Sorry I didn't take you all the way through, but you get a gist of what it's like. Narrow passageways, sometimes opening to corridors, views of the sky, lots of lines, lots of different color or light play. Thanks and have a good day. This is Scott JARVIE, A Photographer's Life. Bye-bye.